up, everybody, man? Welcome back to another episode of Welcome to the World Sports Podcast, man. We took a little 2-week break, but we here, man. I'm here with my boys Eddie and Braxton. How y'all doing today, fellas?
Feeling good, feeling great.
Feeling good. We got some NBA playoff basketball or a little preview to the playoffs. So I'm excited about that, man.
Yeah, man. We got a lot to talk about today, man. A lot to talk about today. But we're gonna start it off, like Brax said, with the NBA, man. NBA play-in has officially kicked off. What day that was? That was Tuesday night. They started, huh? Yeah, Tuesday night. We saw the Hornets and the Heat go down, and then they followed up with the Suns and the Blazers, man. So we're gonna go ahead and talk about that first game, the Heat and the Hornets, man. What was y'all take on that game? I know Eddie had some thoughts about Amazon Prime, but yeah, go ahead, y'all take it away. Let me know what y'all thought.
Yeah, Amazon Prime. I'll just start right there, bro. Like they went black at least 3 times, and then they went black in a crucial moment of the game where it was a tie game, and then the Hornets was with the ball to take the lead. LaMelo ended up making the layup, but nobody saw. We just came back and that was in the timeout. So luckily we didn't miss like the game winner or like the shot before the game winner. But that game, bro, was crazy, bro. Y'all know I'm a big LaMelo guy. So I just go ahead and address the situation with Bam. From my point of view, when I first saw it, it did not look like it was anything, Melissa. What's the word I'm looking for, Brett?
Malicious.
Malicious. It wasn't that, but I still don't think he had no ill intent with it, but it was like the motion that he was doing. It just came down, and he just came upon the Bam who was already off balance, but it didn't work out for Bam. He couldn't return to the game. But I don't think that's the reason that they lost. I don't think that should be an excuse. But I did think the game was going to be a little bit easier after that, but it wasn't, So kudos to Miami for, continuing making the game. But the Hornets, they are it's just an exciting team to watch, bro. But I will say, the only reason this game was as close as it was because of Khan. Khan Knippel did not hoop. He did not play great. And this is probably the worst game I've seen him play. And he lost the Rookie of the Year in my book for sure. Cool at that performance, but I'm excited to see what they're doing for. I really hope they win against Orlando so that they can go in the playoffs and just. I like them versus Detroit or Boston. Honestly, bro, I think they can take them to 7 games and maybe win.
That's a interesting take. I feel like the game was definitely good. I enjoyed it. It was a great start to what we expect to be a good, you know, good bit of playoff basketball. I felt like that was definitely the most entertaining game of that night. And I felt like, you know, the Hornets at first, I mean, going down to the end of the game, it looked like they was going to lose. They was down, I think about 3 or 4, something like that, towards the end of the game. And Kobe White, I gotta give him credit. Everybody gonna give LaMelo Ball the credit, but Kobe White hit the biggest shot of the night, in my opinion. And then obviously LaMelo Ball went down and got the game winner after almost blowing the game and with crucial turnover. But shout
Yeah.
out to him for overcoming that and going down and scoring. And man, this was just a big rally win for the Hornets. And you know, I think they match up a little bit better with Orlando, so I think they'll go ahead and win that game. But definitely a great start to playoff basketball, and I'm looking forward to see who makes it into that 8th seed because it'll definitely be a good matchup with that 8 versus the 1. But I will say this, man, LaMelo Ball, bro, that man, he have no problem paying fines or nothing like that because
Yeah.
he tripped up Bam, and then now he got to pay a fine for cursing in the post game. So it's just like, dang, bro, it's
60
always
games.
something.
60 game
Yeah,
total, but they ain't nothing to them, they millionaires, bro. They ain't that's chump change.
yeah.
Yeah, man. It was a great game to watch. I really enjoyed it. Shout out to Adam Silver, man, for putting this play in. And they when he first introduced this a few years back, they had some pushback on it, but it's proven to pay off. These guys are really out there competing, and we seen a lot of close games in this. So kudos to him. As far as the game goes, man, the unsung hero for Charlotte is definitely Kobe White. Like Eddie said, in a time when Conker Nipple didn't shoot the ball well. He didn't have his best game. Kobe White stepped up and he kind of saved the Hornets season with his performance, in my opinion. Um, as far as Eddie talking about Khan losing the Rookie of the Year award to Cooper Flag, I mean, I ain't gonna hold that against Khan because we always been told that these awards are regular season awards, and so now we kind of looking at it as the the play-in is the postseason. So I can't hold that against them. I think that they still should be, in my opinion, co-Rookie of the Years because Cooper Flag's team is so bad. I feel like Khan they shouldn't hold that against Khan. He's been on a good Charlotte Hornets team. As far as LaMelo tripping Bam, I told Eddie that was a dirty play. He was talking about he hit his head. I didn't see nowhere where LaMelo hit his head. He said he hit his head and he didn't know
He
where.
fell, bro. He fell back in his head. That's why his arm looked like that when it came down.
He grabbed his ankle though, bro. He did grab his ankle. Did he not grab his ankle? Did you
Yeah,
not know that was the ankle you was
I'm
grabbing
saying
when he felt it?
he did, but he ain't grip it like he feel me. He ain't
I,
gripping it on and did like that. It's in one motion.
I don't
So
know, bro.
I see it. It looked bad, bro. But it's not like it's Grayson Allen like he intentionally put his leg out there, or it's Draymond Green kicking people in the nuts. So
But they say that ain't the well. See, I hear what you're saying, but that ain't the first time he done did something like that.
and it's to Bam. It was to Bam as well. So maybe him and Bam. I don't know. He just got bad luck with them, or they not down. I don't know. Maybe it's something more. But I'm not there. I don't know what's going on. So I'm gonna stay out of it. I'm just gonna keep it basketball. But I do want to give a shout out to Miles Bridges as well. He played a great game. Just know the coach as well. But yeah, the Hornets, man, I think they have that culture they got over there, bro. It's just exciting, and these type of wins are what helps them in the future, bro. So that morale that they got going, it just in building the chemistry and winning games like that, it's only gonna help them in the future and in the playoffs. 'Cause they ain't been to the playoffs in a long time. They don't got no experience, but that little experience right there, that's showing that they can do it. And I think, like I said, they're a scary team, bro, because they don't know that they're not supposed to be here, bro. So that's the scary factor of it. So I think, especially Detroit without Cade, I think they might get him. I understand, but I don't think he is fully healthy, which nobody really is in the playoffs. But I don't think he's 100% back. But
Man, they ain't beat no Detroit, bro. I'm sorry, they ain't got enough.
they be fighting too, so
They
that
don't get
they need
outside,
to come to play too.
in my opinion.
Oh, but before we go to the next topic, John, I want to touch on something you had said with the rookie of the year. I don't think it should be rookie co MVP because no, I'm sorry, co rookie of the year because even though Khan was a leader in 3 point, most of his and Lamelo was third by the way. Most of his success really came from Lamelo finding him because he don't really make his own shot. He don't create his own shot. He's just going out there and they ask him just to shoot. That's what he there for. So I'm not taking that away from him. But when Cooper, nobody healthy on that team, bro, and he just out there with anybody's right now. The big guy's gone and he out there running the show, and he's still, having like 50 balls, triple double. I feel like that's not easy to do. I don't see Khan doing that if they switch positions. So that's my take on. That's why I think Coop. It was the rookie of the year before, and still, in my opinion.
I'm gonna give my thoughts on that. You said Coop is still putting up 50 balls. Well, actually, not because they season ended.
No, no,
But
no.
the
I'm saying like
Hornets,
before it ended. I ain't.
no,
It's
I know, but I'm just saying. I think that's the separator. Khan's play has helped his team go into postseason
they're not
play.
injury though.
Whereas
They don't got no injuries. They're healthy. That team is healthy. Cooper's not playing
I,
no heavy team. That's what I'm saying. He not hit the cards he was does not as the same as Khan. So you
I
can't
agree.
fault Coop for doing that. He just doing he making the best out of the situation.
I agree. John.
I don't got nothing else to say. Like I said, Coop. All I gotta say is Coop. He been balling, but it ain't been translating to win. So
Yeah,
And when
fair,
when they went head to head, who had the better game? They both balled out, but who had the better game?
yeah,
fair point.
I can see I can see it going either way. That's why I say
I'm
Coop.
not mad though. If they do Cole and V, this would be the best year to do it.
Yeah.
I'm mad.
Talk about the second game on Tuesday night, man. The Suns lost to the Trailblazers. Denny Avdia, man, had 41 on them, but that was a very unexpected performance, man. What was your thoughts on that game? Um, and the Suns are now scheduled to take on the Warriors on
Warriors.
Friday. Yeah.
It's gonna be a goodie. I don't really got too much to say about the game because they got a lot of clowns. Well, not a lot of. They got a clown on their team in book. Not book. What's the boy name? Brooks.
Brooks.
First guy. DB. He the bucket. DB and they got my boy JG over there. JG was hooping too, Brax. So I know Brax hate JG because he said he could never do this with the Rockets, but that he did do it with the Rockets. They ain't believe my boy.
He was
So
inconsistent. Nah, it ain't that they didn't believe in him.
he was not in the playoffs though. He wasn't asked to go out and give you 30 every night.
He was
So
very
he
inconsistent.
had to play point guard to get everybody else involved. That's not his role. His role is a scorer. He's a scorer. Give him the ball to get out
Well,
the
when they needed him to score, he had games where he couldn't score the
okay.
ball.
Because
He
if he's
scored 30 one night,
he'll
he'll score
score.
30 one game, and then come back and don't score nothing the
No,
next.
because they be mad because he want to take all the shots and nobody else involved. That's not what he there to do. Go get your point guard. That's what Fred was there for. But Fred can get the job done with JG.
I will say this though, the Rockets went got they traded JD to the Suns just to end up with the same record that they had last year.
Mm.
That is a cause for concern. You ain't got Kevin Durant.
Which ain't did nothing for real.
Well, hold on. We still in the second in the same spot we was not last year, not in the conference, but we won the same amount of games. The
What
West
y'all
is a lot
six?
harder than we
Yeah.
are
So
fifth
we
right now. But first of all, let's not talk about the Rockets. Let's talk about Jalen Green and his performance. He did have a good game. This is the type of performances
Great
we
game. Great game.
great game.
There you go.
These are the type of performances that we wanted to see in Houston, but unfortunately, we just didn't see him at this time of the year. And maybe he can do this in the play-in, but he can't do it in the playoffs. Maybe that's what it is. I don't know. Something about that word playoffs just make him scared. So
You see how you just giving out bad energy and bad vibe? Like that just sound like hateful, bro.
I don't hate JG, bro. I actually I rooted for JG when he was a Houston Rocket. But the thing
Brax,
is,
stop,
I
bro.
no
Stop.
no I did. But the
Stop,
thing is,
bro.
I value consistency. I value that,
Do
and I
you?
didn't see it. I do, and I didn't see it from him. I didn't.
Oh my god.
I didn't, and that's the reason. That's the real reason. But I'm not here to talk about the Rockets. I want to talk about Denny Avdia, man. When y'all first brought up that he was a All Star or whatever, I was like, Denny. I couldn't even pronounce the dude's last name. But now, I mean, the way that he was hooping, bro, at the end of that game, I mean, going tween, going to the lane, going through the lane, getting layups, game winners, bro. That dude, nice man. He kind of remind me of like I don't know.
I'm doing
Somebody say he like a bigger version of like Manu Ginobili. I kind of see it a little bit, but yeah, bro, he got a nice game, and I feel like him with Dame, that's gonna be a nice combination when he come back.
Yeah, I agree. I would love to see him and Dame. If he play at this level, I would love to see him and Dame on the court together. But that his 41 point performance is kind of concerning for me as far as the Suns go because they just showed that they don't have no rim protection, bro. He got downhill and got to the basket at will with the Suns. I mean against the Suns, and that's just cause for concern because if they end up winning against the Suns, against the Warriors, they got to go to face Oklahoma City. And we already know what Shea trying to do. Shea trying to get downhill. He trying to get to the basket. Like they might get swept. Honestly, if they go, if
they'll
they
get easily.
they might get swept. So I don't really like that from them. As far as the Blazers go, I'm surprised to see. I like the way the Blazers have turned the season around. After all that went on with Chauncey Billups and the gambling situation, and for them to turn their season around and be a 7 seed in the playoffs and got to face the Spurs, I like what I see from them. I really do. I really do like what I see from them. And I think that they're gonna be a good team in the future, especially when Dame gets back. But yeah, man, I'm concerned about the Suns. I can't wait to see Steph do what he got to do. And I think that the Warriors have a good chance to beat them, on Friday night.
Man, Steph, bro. Steph one of them, bro. He's like
Yeah,
every time you want to count him out, bro, it's just like he show you like he that, bro. Like I didn't want them to win personally because I don't think that they have enough in the playoffs. So I don't trust them in the playoffs. Not this year. They don't got it, bro. It's only Steph. All they got is Steph. He don't got no help. Draymond good defensively, but they need some points. And if you double Steph, which all they got to do, if you double Steph, bro, There's no way the Warriors beat you, bro. But it's easier said than done, apparently. So yeah, shout out Steph, man. Wardell was in the building.
If Kristaps could give Steph easy 25 a game in playoffs,
That would never happen, bro. He good for these. He good for this type of game. One game a series, bro. He go give you that one game, bro. But consistency, you're not getting out of him. Cause he was supposed to be one. He was supposed to be like Wemby, bro. We talking about this last night. He was on that path, the unicorn thing, bro. Like he was what Wemby before Wemby, but Wemby is different. He defensively gifted all that, but Porzingis was supposed to be something like it, but it ain't panning out. But he's showing what he is now, bro. It's crazy.
I gotta give credit to Draymond Green in this game. Towards the end of the game, he was definitely putting the clamps on Kawhi Leonard, and I don't think I really have ever seen it to that degree, like to where Kawhi really just couldn't get to his spots because he seemed so unbothered. I mean, so bothered by Draymond. Even after the game, he called him an all-time, I mean, a Hall of Fame defender. So I mean, hey, and Draymond like that. So shout out Draymond, bro. A lot of people talk junk about Draymond like he just trash, but he
Nah,
really can lock down and play good defense. And so, it definitely helped the Warriors. But during the game, I was saying, bro, I was like, dang, bro, I knew Steph was gonna lose, and Steph's greatness showed that he can come back.
well, I mean, the Clippers had a double digit lead on them going into the fourth quarter. They just crumbled. They crumbled, and then Darius Garland getting into foul trouble didn't help them either because he kind of had to play tentative a little bit. And then Draymond, I think he turned back the clock a little bit and showed what he could do defensively when he's locked in. I mean, Kawhi couldn't do nothing. I don't think Kawhi scored the
he
whole
scored
fourth
2 points.
quarter.
The last bucket that didn't count anymore. That's what he scored because he had 19 going into the third, and he ain't scored the whole fourth quarter, bro. And Draymond wasn't guarding every possession. That just shows you
Yeah.
that what y'all say about Kawhi. Some
Oh,
conversation
he
we had.
underachieved. But he do underachieve though, bro. He does underachieve. Like I don't think nobody has done less in their time with a team than Kawhi has done with the Clippers. He made it to the conference final one time, and he played with Paul George, and they
Mm.
didn't get it done. He had James Harden on his team, ain't get it done. He
Russell
got
Westbrook.
Russell
Hold on,
Westbrook.
I'm not gonna let y'all do this. I'm not gonna let y'all do this though, because at one point the Clippers looked like they was dead in the water, but Kawhi's play is the only reason that they in the play in. So like, I,
Yeah, but at the end of the day, he didn't get it done in the play-in. So like, does that really matter? I
And
don't
it's a 10 seed, bro. There was a 10 seed, bro. So come on, bro. What we talking
I
about?
know, but bro, if you look at the point in the season, bro, he was like, somebody asked him what's y'all playoff chances early in the season. He was like, man, I think we done with that. Like we ain't even got a chance to make the playoffs. But his play over the last like 20 so games, bro, it's the only reason they got to this point. And if we really look at this team, do we really say, all right, bro, they gonna do something? No, bro, it's not like a elite team now. James is gone, Paul George is gone, Russ gone, all those players you mentioned gone. And the reason that they left is because it just didn't fit. It didn't work right. So, like, I mean, I can't put this all on
Kawhi,
Kawhi Leonard.
know.
Kawhi the
My question
problem.
is, who fault is that? Because he could have had Shea Gilgeous Alexander on his team. He could have had him on his team, but no, he decided he wanted to trade him to Oklahoma City for Paul George, and we see how that panned out.
Now
Shea got they don't.
that's a fair criticism right there. He did want to change everything and play with his guys. So that is fair.
And he injury prone.
Yep.
But speaking of
No
Paul George,
management.
and
Stephen, they say he the worst superstar in the history of the league.
I
Mm.
disagree with that. Because when Kawhi Leonard is healthy and right, he looked
Well,
like one of the guys.
He not debating what he do on the court,
I was
but
like,
he ain't never on the court. That's the thing. He never on the court.
he worse than AD. Yeah, I
Yeah.
know. I feel
Well,
AD.
AD is probably the worst.
No,
He's
they
probably
run
the
the tight
worst.
race. I ain't gonna lie, they run the tight race. They really is. They really is. They run, but you don't see Kawhi in really no commercial. He don't market the team like Stephen A. said. He don't market the team. He ain't never on the court. So I mean, that's kind of what make him the worst superstar.
He just basketball, but that's all he know, bro. He very professional. That's it. He don't want to do nothing outside of them court.
Well, if basketball all you know and you never on the court, then what that tell you?
Great point.
What that tell you?
Y'all gonna talk about the guy that they traded away, Paul George and his Sixers, man.
His
They
Sixers.
him and some other guys,
That
Paul
Tyrese
George,
Maxey, man.
Tyrese Maxey. But I'm just saying he on the team, so that's why I said his Sixers.
Yeah.
But
The guy
yeah, man,
that beat me.
they secured a 7 seed over the Magic, bro. What's y'all thoughts on them? And can the Magic, well, we already talked about Magic Hornets, but what's y'all thoughts on 76ers?
Man, I was real, I won't say surprised, but impressed by the way that they came out and handled business last night, especially with no Joel Embiid, who's dealing with he just had an appendix surgery, and so for them to come out and play the way that they did with no Joel Embiid is a testament to them. Tyrese Maxey balled out, had 31 points, really put the team on his back. VJ Edgecombe and Paul George gave a little contributions here and there, and Kelly Oubre, man, he was on 10 all night, just ready to go to bat for his guys. Every time they had a confrontation with Desmond Bain or Paulo or somebody, so they knew what it was. I don't give them much of a chance to compete with Boston. I think Boston is too much for them. I think they could still maybe one game in that series, but I think that ultimately, especially if Joel Embiid don't play, they stand a poor chance against Boston. So, but I was very impressed to see them do what they do against the Magic last night, and also on the Magic, man. I don't know what to say about them. I think that they have really underachieved this season. Coming into the season, a lot of people had them high on their list because of who they had on their team, and Bang, Paulo, and Franz Wagner and his brother. And it just hasn't panned out. And a lot of people saying that no matter what happens with them, that Jamal Moses probably gonna get fired. So it's just was I don't know what's going on with the Magic, bro. But shout out to the 76ers for getting the job done.
I know what's going on with the Magic. And people think it's Paolo, bro, but it's not. It's Franz. Franz, ever since he got injured and came back, he has not given them anything. Because at the beginning of the season, he was hitting game winners and averaging 20, 25 some nights. But after he came back, he has not been that. He has been very inconsistent. He hasn't shown any signs of that first half season play. Because he was considered, he was going to be an All Star this year. He was in that consideration. But after that, it's not looking good for him. But yeah, they I think that he gets traded this off season. But they got to fix something. He got to figure something out quick. But with the 76ers, man, PG definitely turned that clock back last night, man. He was hooping. He was getting in the bag. He was like PG 13 for sure. So I was happy to see that. And I honestly don't think Boston is that scary, bro. Like, that's all right. They got JT and JB. They get off, you got a problem. But if they don't, like the others aren't that good, bro. I understand Derek White, but come on now. We talking about Peyton Pritchard, Sam Hauser. Like you gotta be scared of them. No, bro. All right, they shoot. That's it. Put a hand up.
You
And
think that has
on defense, go at them. Like they scared. They don't scare me a bit. Sam Hauser, bro. I love Bradley Sharman. Come on, bro. But we talking about him. The others, they not that, bro. And they don't got to cater as they big. That's scaring me.
I got Vucevic, nigga. Vucevic.
I hope he's scared of Vucevic, bro.
Vucevic, nigga.
Come on, bro. I think that you talking about winning one game. I think
They can't. They're not winning more than one game, bro. I'm sorry. They're not doing it. You don't believe that yourself.
listen.
Do you believe they go to make they can make it a 6-game series at the least?
Yes, yes, yes. I do.
Brax, let me know your thoughts.
I believe they can just because I don't think that the Celtics are playing the absolute best ball that they could be playing right now. They just lost to the Knicks a couple games ago. So like
Nobody, they didn't play nobody though.
Yeah, we can't really do that one, bro.
They didn't play
what you
nobody.
mean?
The only one that played.
Well, I'm just saying, I don't I feel like you're supposed to be going into the playoffs playing your best basketball. I don't think that they're doing that right now. So I feel like they could drop a game or two, but I don't think they're gonna lose the series though.
Bro, take JB and JT out the game, bro. Make Peyton
You
Pritchard,
want you
make
want to make
Peyton
a
Pritchard,
friendly
Derek Wright beat you, bro.
you want to make a friendly wager?
No,
I'm just asking, bro. I'm just asking.
no, bro.
You gotta get your $10 back, bro.
I'll bet we can do that. We can do that with something I like though.
I like Denver over Minnesota. What you want to do?
I don't like the Minnesota team, bro. They took a step back with that trade. I love Ant though. Come on, next topic.
All right. Well,
Wait, I
well,
do
we
want to say this though. I want to say this before we move on to the next topic. It is saying, a lot of people think it's Paulo, but it's really France because France ain't been playing well. But my thing is, if all right, if France ain't playing well, shouldn't your franchise player elevate his game to get your team the way they need to be? It's just a question I got. Eddie,
I'm sorry, Pete. I'm sorry.
you said a lot of people think it's Paulo, but it's not. It's really France. But I say, shouldn't Paulo, as a franchise player, elevate his game to get them the way they need to be?
Yes, but it's only so much could do when they doubling him in the post, and he
Not
got
they're not
they
doubling
was doubling him last night in the post.
Paulo, bro. Come on, bro. You serious?
Yes.
You serious?
Desmond Bain had a great game last night, but come on, let's be real. He not doing it every night.
He could.
But
He
Anthony,
could. Bro.
he can't. Anthony Black, he got
Devin Bain Kahoot like
yeah.
that. Like,
He just had 30 ball last night. He had 8 threes, something like that.
bro, he could hoop like that, bro. He could hoop
He's
like
not getting 8 threes a night, bro. He
when he
give
was playing with Ja, we didn't
he
expect
get
him.
18 to 23, bro, a night. He can do that.
When he was playing with Ja, we didn't expect him to hoop.
Yeah, I'm saying 18 to 23. I can expect that a night from him.
That's
But
all he need though. Apollo
listen,
had his
listen, you want to blame Paulo, but Franz, he went to averaging 20 to averaging 14, bro. That's a
bro.
huge drop off.
Apollo handled his business as the franchise player. 18 to 23 from Bain a night should be perfectly fine. Paulo
Everybody
needs to be
like
averaging
bro.
25 a night. Why is Paulo not averaging 25 a night, son?
He is.
No, he not. We had last night.
This last one game.
Man, no. Now see what I'm saying? See what I'm
One game. One game is average now, Brax. That's
saying? You got double
one game
standard.
is average.
You got double standard. You saying
One game is average, Brax. Yes or no?
no, but
Thank
if I
you.
mean, listen though,
Thank you.
this is the one game you needed it though.
I understand. You're right. You're right. But
let's see what I bet you
Franz
he's
too.
gonna underperform on Friday too. He gonna underperform on
I
Friday.
hope so. I really hope so. Yes, I do. I
He gonna
hope so.
underperform on Friday. But that's what
Hope
I'm
he
saying.
shits
Paulo
again.
ain't when you need him to show up, bro, he never show up, bro. That's the thing.
In the playoffs, he do get a bad rep in the playoffs. So.
A bad rep because he don't show up.
Well, I hope that continues for my Hornets.
He know he don't show up, bro. And like I like Paulo. I think he's a good basketball player, but he don't show up when his team need him the most.
All right.
That's a fair point. Y'all want to move on to the WNBA draft, man?
Yeah, man,
Good.
let's do it.
All right. Well, I want to talk about the two big things that happened. Obviously, AZ Fudd. She went number one in the draft, so we got the two lovebirds on the same team. Man, how y'all feel about that? And also, man, draft night trade. Flaw J. Johnson traded from the Valkyries. We thought she was gonna be repping them in Golden State, but now she's on the Seattle Storm. Those are two big things. Also, what's the girl name? Lauren Betts went to the Mystics. So man, shout out to that, man. But
No, we're not shouting that out, bro. We're not shouting that out, bro.
okay, whatever. But yeah, also some notable things. Uh Raven Johnson reunite not reunited, but frenemies now. Her and Caitlin Clark on the same team. So man, shout out to that, man. But what's your thoughts on the WNBA draft?
Olivia,
Oh yeah, Libby's mine.
Olivia Miles went
Lynx.
to the Lynx. So
Yeah.
Yeah, she plays one of them
I don't
studs.
know. Yeah, we're gonna talk about her outfit. But anyways, moving on. What's your thoughts on the draft, man?
Uh, so yeah, Easy Fudd reuniting with Paige. Allegedly, they go together. Allegedly,
Man, that's not alleged, bro.
that's what. Hey, man, they never came out and confirmed that.
That she had a whole case. It said Paige Becker's girlfriend.
Allegedly, bro. Allegedly,
Not alleged, bro.
allegedly, bro. But yeah, I seen a lot of people was not happy about that pick. They were not happy about that because I seen people on Twitter saying, she was never really the number one option in college, and we never really seen it to where like a person gets drafted and they never was the never was the number one option in college. I also seen they said it was something like imagine Danny Green getting picked number one overall. so
Hey, bro.
Yeah, it was like imagine Danny Green getting picked number one overall. That's what they said on Twitter because they say she really just a shooter, bro. She really just a shooter. That's all she do. She don't really create her own shot anywhere else. But um, that was crazy. Flaw J also getting traded 30 minutes after she got picked. That was crazy. But they came out and they said that
Very
that was already in the works, before that Flaw J even got picked. That was already in the works. So essentially, Golden State picked Flaw J for them, and then they picked Marta Suarez for them. So I can't really be mad at that. A lot of people was upset because it was like Golden State. They always talk about they want to be about the culture, this, that, and the third, but then they traded away a player that would have fit in their culture perfectly. As far as Oakland and what all that all comes with that. So that was interesting. And then, like you said, Raven Johnson, a lot of her folks, people were reading between the lines on Twitter because they showed like Dawn Staley coming up and hugging the family after she got picked, and her family wasn't really smiling or none of that. And then the mom whispered something to Dawn about, I guess, her getting picked to the fever. So the WNBA gonna come with the drama because it's the latest. But yeah, man, I really enjoyed the draft, man. I think this was one of the best draft classes we had in a while. And yeah, man.
Yeah, with that point you just said, John, with the culture, bro. I actually don't mind her not going to the Valkyries, bro, because they ain't have no culture over there, and I didn't want them to like get her like just to be like a puppet or like a mascot, if that makes any sense to y'all. Because I don't think that she would want that. I think she want to go somewhere where she feels like she actually a part of the team and like she can be comfortable, be herself. And I think she can do that in Seattle because they already got a good culture over there. They did lose some stars, but I think that the new group that got coming in is they got Zia Cook, they got some other girls that I think that can fit. They can mess real good with Flaw J, and I think just that this new WNBA is gonna be about the younger generation. So I definitely think that that's good for them and for the future. And I'm happy with the AZ. I think AZ for her being, even though she's not number one option, I feel this was a perfect fit though, because she don't need to be number one option on this team. She just need to catch and shoot. What team don't want elite shooting? And that's what she got. And she with Paige. They got chemistry on and off the court. So that definitely helps. And it
Okay.
also hurt.
You said they also what?
It can also hurt you too. If they get in an argument at home and come on the court.
Hey, you gotta separate work. You gotta separate work from home, bro. You gotta separate work from home.
I will say this, man. I will say this. I did see those some of those things that John was saying. I also feel like this. In certain situations, you may need to like maybe not pick the best player if it's a better fit. And I feel like the chemistry between them two goes dates back to college, and it wasn't just a relationship of off the court stuff. They actually won a championship together. So, you know, you want that type of bond on the team, and if you can put two good players together, then you hoping that that type of thing translates to the WNBA. So I mean, I'm excited to see what happens with it. I will say, I didn't think she was the number one pick. Me personally, I thought there were other options, but we'll see. We'll see what happens with it. Uh, but it's some other cool things going on in the WNBA. Main thing I want to talk about is the money that's getting handed out, man. These WNBA players now they getting $1 million contracts, and let's start with the biggest one right now. Asia Wilson
Mhm.
breaks the record for most money in the contract. She's getting the largest one in the WNBA, 3 years, 5 million. Um, and really, I seen it could be a little bit more than that with how it's structured. What's y'all thoughts on that?
Well deserved for sure. I feel like if anybody deserve it, is no other question besides Asia. She is the lead, bro. MVP, Finals MVP. What else? She got all awards, so she definitely the one.
I have nothing to add to what Eddie said. I echo all his sentiments there. Nobody deserves it more than AJ Wilson for sure.
I agree with y'all. I'm happy that she made that. Heck, I thought she could have made more personally, but I'm happy for this contract. The one contract that really stuck out for me was Kelsey Plum's. She got $999,999. They could have just added $1, but I see they didn't want to put her in a different tax bracket. But that was just a funny one. But I mean, I didn't think that what's that girl's name? I forgot her name. She
What
also
team?
played on the Aces. Huh?
What team? Somebody what that Kennedy?
She put no, no, dang, I forgot her name. But like she was the first person to get the $1 million contract. What was her name?
Oh, I know you're talking about. But she just left though. Oh, you talking about Jackie? Jackie Young?
Yeah, Jack. Yeah, I was happy for her to get that contract. I didn't think she would be the first one to get it, but I was happy that she was, getting that contract because she's definitely a good player as
Yeah,
well.
she,
So, but yeah, man. I mean, I don't think any of us mad about them getting the money. I feel like it makes it like a little bit more official. You know what I'm saying? Like, all right, they getting money like to NBA players, not the amount,
Boy,
but
not at that magnitude, but I think this is a good starting point. We definitely gonna see them start to get more and more millions as time progresses. But this is a good starting point for them. 5 million. That's like that's some money that they ain't never seen before. So like, and they say that so Asia she gonna be getting paid in the first year like 1.4 million, and then after that she don't have like a set number. She just gonna take up 20% of the salary cap every year for the next 2 years. So which is dope because this I think they said that's the first contract in league history where they didn't have like a set value for year after year.
yeah, and that's amazing, man. But that
yeah, that's what
even,
y'all want though. Y'all want them to get paid. They got paid.
Yeah,
but but
now the performance gotta act. They gotta mirror that. You can't be out here missing layups, wide open layups.
They still gonna miss them, boy.
They be out here missing wide open layups now.
yep, it's the chatter is only gonna go up more when they start doing stuff like that.
Yeah, yeah.
But it's also been some conversation about some major WNBA trades, starting with, man. Hold on, man. We gotta take a break.
My Atlanta Dream.
Angel Reese traded to the Atlanta Dream, man. Like these two, first of all, we all men here. These two baddies getting traded. You know what I'm saying? Let's
Yeah,
talk about
top
that. But
five. Both
but
of them top
anyway,
five in the league for sure.
Angel Reese traded to Atlanta. Rakia Jackson traded to Chicago. Man, what's your thoughts on that?
I love it. Angel Reese, she got free from Chicago, you know. And the Chicago fans, they both hate it and they love it. They love it for her, but they hate it as a fan, as a city, because that's all they got on the team. That's all they had. Now they left with Cordoso, but now they got some good pieces coming in. But you know, she was different. She brought the culture. She brought the energy every night. She was a great teammate, great person. You can just cater and just show the fans like you can build around her. But she got traded to a great situation over there in Atlanta, and she in a better city. So I think it's only gonna go up for Atlanta right now. They ain't having with her right now for sure.
Yeah, I agree. I like that move, Angel to Atlanta because the simple fact is she's gonna play with a great team now. Like she don't gotta carry the sky like like she did in previous years. She's gonna be surrounded by great players. Ryan Howard, Niles Hillman, who else? Alicia Gray.
Yeah,
Uh,
yeah.
what's the little point guard name? Son, what's the point guard name, son? Man, oh Jordan Canada, yeah. So she got a good little squad around her. They brought her back all their core pieces, and they added her. I think that they're gonna make major noise in the playoffs this year, man. And I think they got a chance. I ain't gonna say they're gonna win it all because you still gotta topple that monster and Aja Wilson, but other than that, I think that was a great move for them. They're gonna be a top team in the league, and I'm glad to see Angel on a good team. As far as Rakia Jackson goes, I kind of actually like what Sky been doing. They picked up some nice pieces,
Yeah.
getting Skylar Diggins, and they added Rakia, and so I can see what they're doing. But my thing is, it took y'all that long, like to get rid of Angels to decide that y'all wanted to build a team the right way. But I'm happy for Angel though, for sure.
I did hear Kilby things with Rakia that she did want to get traded and go back. I think she's from Chicago or in the area, so I think she
Mhm.
wanted to go back home. With everything that happened in Atlanta, with her off the court. Stuff. I think she just wanted to be around some family and feel a little safe. So I think she was happy to get this trade.
She was playing in LA, so I'm like, you giving up LA to go to Chicago? I don't know.
LA ain't for everybody, bro. But she was hooping. I will say that. But LA is a lot in LA that happens off the court. And
I would
that,
love to live in LA. I ain't man. If I
so
can, I say I would love to live in LA.
for how long though?
If I'm a superstar, getting that bread, that cheese, I would love to live out there.
It's a lot that goes on there, bro. That's all I'm gonna say. You know.
Yeah. Uh, I'm happy that Angel Reese got traded to a different situation. I feel like watching the Sky. I mean, I watched a little bit more of their games than many other games just because supported her, and it was kind of hard to watch at times. Just because I really didn't feel like they had the best guard play. The one year that they was actually good with guard play was when they kind of had Kennedy Carter, but she wasn't even there. She ain't even there no more. So I feel like this is a good fit for her. Angel can kind of like, play her game and not have to worry about the guard play for the most part. And she also said, when she went to college, she was at Maryland for like a year or two, and then she transferred to LSU and won a championship. But she was at Chicago for 2 years and getting traded to Atlanta. Who knows what could happen? The sky is the limit. No pun
Hmm.
intended. No pun intended. But
Yeah.
you never know what could happen. And Rakia Jackson to Chicago. I think that was a good pickup for them. Uh, I feel like they needed some wings that could really score and do things of that nature. And pairing her with Skylar Diggins, I think that's a good fit.
That's a
Considering her.
crazy duo though. Like not even basketball, bro. Like,
Yeah, you right. You right,
oh
bro.
my
You right.
God,
it
that's
is,
elite, bro.
You is right.
yeah. They
Elite.
have an elite duo there, but
Oh my
hopefully
God.
hopefully it could translate on the court. Yeah,
Don't
hopefully.
matter. I will be watching.
Man, hey, but to the next topic, we all was watching this, bro. Don Staley and Gino getting into it after the game. In the This was this like the quarterfinal basically of the women's tournament. We seen UConn lose the game, and it usually it's sportsmanship after the game. Coaches shake hands and all that, but it seemed like he didn't want to shake her hand now. So what's y'all thoughts on this whole thing?
Hey man, I lost a lot of respect for Gino, because that was just uncalled for, bro. You didn't have to do all that. You lose with some respect. You know what I'm saying? That South Carolina did what they were supposed to do. They came out and they disrupted your team, And with me personally, I thought that UConn was overrated all year because their schedule is weak. They play in a weak conference. Like I feel like if they played in a conference like the SEC, they wouldn't go undefeated like that. They wouldn't win many games. Like they play in a weak conference, weak schedule. And then to me, the toughest game on their schedule this year was a Tennessee team that didn't turn out to be great at all. Like they had their own personal struggles. So I just didn't like what he did to Dawn. I think Dawn deserved more respect than that. But I did see some like after the game, going through Twitter and stuff. I seen something. It was like it was either Sue Bird or Diane Taurasi that was talking about it. It was like a clip from years back where they were saying like every time Gino loses, he it's like a tactic, bro. He does that to kind of take the pressure off his team and put the focus more on him. So like his team ain't got to answer for them having a bad game. And I don't think that's fair. I don't think that's fair to South Carolina. I don't think that's fair to Dawn because they deserve to have the game, after the game have the people talk about their performance because they did put on a great performance and they just shut UConn down. But that was just a weak move by Gino. They did now they come out and they say that they talked and he apologized, but me personally they should have never got to that level. Anyways.
Yeah, bro. That was a coward move in my opinion. That show his true colors. His true colors are showing to the worldwide. Everybody's watching. No matter the race. People were saying like he was wrong. I definitely think, yeah, he lost a lot of respect in my book as well. And I was a Geno fan, bro. Like all of this accomplishment he was doing, it was he's historic. He won the goats, bro, especially in women basketball. So yeah, that definitely knocked him down in my rankings for sure. Just off the string, bro. But Don, shout out to Don, bro. She got it done, and she Don a G. Don is a gangster, bro. She said, "I beat your ass right now."
Yeah,
You know what
she
I'm
was
Hmm.
saying?
not playing with that boy. She wasn't playing with Geno, son.
Hey, respect to Don, bro. She handled the best she could, and how anybody else would in that situation. And, just taking with She don't take no disrespect, bro. And he straight up lied, bro. He said she ain't shake his hand. She it
Right.
showed all the facts when she
Well,
did shake his hand. So
I
that
will I will say this. She did shake his hand at the beginning, but I think after starting lineups, it is something to where like they go to the middle of the court before the game, like actually tips off and shake their hand. And I did see at that point in time she didn't come out of the huddle before the game to shake his hand, and he was like, "That's kind of like understood that the coach is supposed to do that before the game." So maybe that's why he was mad. But even if you mad about that, that doesn't you know absolve you from the fact that you should be able to do that after the game. Like that you mad over a handshake, I could that's something I would see a woman, get mad about, not a man, getting mad about a handshake. But that, like I said, that was just something for him to take the focus off his team playing bad, in my opinion.
Yeah. Y'all said, I'm not gonna really rehash anything. I agree with y'all. That was definitely a coward move. But y'all said Don wasn't playing with him. Well, let's move to the national championship, man, because UCLA wasn't playing with South Carolina, bro. They took care of them handedly. UCLA wins the national championship. Lauren Betts, man, kind of raised her stock, showing she can be a championship player. So I know, we don't get a lot of love for her on this podcast, but anyways, and then also Michigan, man, shout out to them, man, going there, taking down UConn. What are your thoughts on the national championship winners?
hey, bro. South Michigan, Elliot Cadeau, Yaxel, my boy Namani Burnett, Mara, Dusty. They outplayed them, bro, in every aspect. I wanted Michigan to win just because of the fact of UConn. I really wanted them to lose, bro. After the women lost, I really wanted the men to lose, just so I can say like they both of the teams got there, and they both lost. Like how bad was that fumble? They fumble that was horrendous, bro. So I was just happy to see. I'm in Connecticut right now, and just seeing all the fans just so sad, bro. That brought me so much joy, bro. So I was so happy seeing them lose, bro. I was a big fan, rooting for Michigan and for South Carolina for sure.
That's all you worry about. Mate. You want to see your coworker sad and stuff.
Yeah, bro, it was amazing, bro.
That's what he worried about. But yeah, man. Shout out to Michigan. I honestly thought that Arizona was going to win it all, but they showed that they were the better team. I like Michigan though because I'm a big fan. I like Yaxel Lindenborg. I think he's a good player and he's a great dude off the court. Like I be seeing clips of him, like he was on stream one night and he was just having fun, like being himself. Like I like to see that from players. I like that. So I'm a big fan of Yaxel Lindenborg. I'm a big fan of Elliot Cadeau too because the odds were against him when he went to when he left North Carolina. A lot of the fans over there didn't say he wouldn't. You'll never be able to win a championship with him as your point guard, and he just proved everybody wrong. And he was the most outstanding player of the tournament. So shout out to them. Shout out to Michigan. They got the job done. And UCLA, they just dominated South Carolina from start to finish. Um, they just put it on them. South Carolina didn't really have an answer. They didn't really have an answer for Lauren Betts. And then they just played as a team. I kind of didn't want UCLA to win because of what their coach said. Remember when we played them and he kind of called us debutantes and dirty debutantes and all that, and I didn't. That still don't sit right with me. But a lot of people come out and say that she's a great person, so maybe she just used the wrong word choice there. But I still ain't rocking with her after she made that comment about LSU when we played them in the Elite Eight that year.
Yeah, I
As we
I feel like I definitely feel what you coming from with that. I always kind of get like a side eye when I see UCLA just for the coach, but as far as the players, I think all the players are pretty good and pretty talented. In Michigan's win, I did see something online that said like one of their players literally, or not one of their players, but one of UConn's players used to play for Michigan and then he went to UConn and now he
Yeah,
ain't even won a
Breed.
championship.
yeah.
Yeah, and
Big Breed. He got the worst look, bro.
yeah. So unfortunate things for him, bro. But
Yeah, he
shout
was
out to
hooping, bro. He was hooping the whole tournament, bro. So that I feel bad, bro. All right, y'all. Time for the best part of the show with the black spotlight. I'll kick it off. Um, we gonna keep it basketball for mine, you know. So Leangelo Ball, former basketball player, still pursuing basketball. Has went rapper to get in the court in the locker room to the basketball to get back on the basketball scene. You feel me? See where I'm going? See where I'm going with it? Okay.
Mm.
So he had his one hit already. I might swerve in the corner. Whoa, whoa. Now he came back with another one. Backyard. And now he got another one. He got the boy LeAngelo ball coming out there, man. I'm a ball on my daddy. And before I just explained to these fellas, it really hit hard because he is a ball. His last name Ball, and his daddy name LeVar Ball.
Can you get that, bro?
Oh
Can you
shit!
get that? Can you get that?
Ooh, let's go, boy. And then he shouted out. He shouted out the boy LaMelo Ball. He did that song that he used on the Hornets page for LaMelo game winner against the Heat, man. So shout out LaMelo, shout out LeAngelo Ball, man. Who you got for me, John?
Yeah, I'm sticking with basketball too, man. My black spotlight this week is going to be none other than Elliot Cadeau, man, the most outstanding player of the Final Four. He really showed out. In the Final Four. He showcased his scoring ability because he's not really known for scoring. He's much more of a passer, but he showed that he can score too. And he announced that he's returning for his senior year, man. Returning for his senior year of hoops with Michigan. So that's gonna be interesting to see how they retool that team around him. But shout out to him. Like I said before, a lot of people were down him after he left North Carolina, saying that he couldn't get it done with another team, and he just so happened to do that. So shout out to Elliot Cadeau, man. That's my black spotlight for the week.
Hey man, shout out to y'all black spotlights, man. This week, man, my black spotlight, it's a little different. It's a little bit on the entertainment scene. This black spotlight, I'm shouting out R&B. Now wait, before you ask me why you just saying R&B, it's like it's just a genre. What does that even mean? But now this week it's saying for Usher Raymond and Chris Brown, man. Chris Brown and Usher Raymond, they both had their own tours separately, and they was great tours, man. Everybody loved it. Usher was bringing out the cherries. Chris Brown was flying all over the place. And now they both gonna be in the same arena, the same. Well, it ain't gonna be arenas. My bad. It's gonna be stadiums. They're gonna be in stadiums. They're gonna be performing. And man, I'm looking forward to it. I know I'm gonna be in the building, and I know Eddie gonna be in the building because he was in the building for Chris Brown's tour.
Yeah,
So man, shout out to them, man. You love to see them at this stage of their career still doing good things and still selling out shows and stuff like that. So shout out Chris Brown and Usher, man.
for sure. Two of the greatest in the game, man, and they black.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Black Power.
That's the point of the black spotlight, bro.
Better make it known.
Black Power, baby. Black Power. But yeah, man, that's all we got for y'all this week, bro. We hope that y'all enjoyed the episode. Don't forget to follow us on Instagram. That's what the podcast page as well as our personal pages, man. They down right there on the ticker, man. And until next week, man. Y'all know what to do. Y'all keep it locked right here. This is the Welcome to the World of Sports podcast. Be blessed.